Hey everyone, how's it going? Good morning from out here in Japan. Very good evening out there in the States. If you're awake in Europe, I'm very impressed. Okay, while people kind of come in, I will just review what we did yesterday, well, Tuesday here, 2 days ago, and get started on continuing with this integration of character data with the collision system. Yeah. Good night, Azens. But thanks for dropping by anyway. Okay. Well, just looking at the agenda, what we kind of did on Tuesday, we set up this action name map using a hash map to be able to pull in actions that we want to get the data for using just the name. Then we wrote some tests validating that. We can run those if you want to. Just see how that works. Yeah, we kind of partially got towards our overall goal of using this loaded character data. We still don't have a character asset yet. I have kind of a prototype one, but we'll get towards doing that. Yeah, and yeah, the whole pipelining of the hitbox to the from the character data to the collision system is a work in progress currently. Okay. Yeah, so what did I want to do here? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a work in progress. So let's see. Yeah, cool. And I just use P to indicate work in progress or in progress. Okay. Now, if you want to look at the diff of what we did yesterday, just to catch up a little bit before we start moving forward, we can see that, well, we basically uncommented this out. Added a while loop that goes through all the entities. We get the physics component, and then get the position from that. Get the state machine component. I probably should rename this. But anyway, get the current state from the state machine component. Then we'll use the state machine action map. Hold on a second. Yeah, so we actually haven't used that yet. We need to replace this with the action map to get the current. Oh, sorry, we did it here actually. So we get the name from the registry combat states. So we get the state, and then we get the name for that state. Okay. And then we look for the action using the name, and then we're going to loop over all the hitboxes in the for both attack and vulnerable boxes, and we'll drop those in the associated Scratch hitbox data, which we haven't done yet. So I need to write that down, I think. Yeah, right here. It's already written down. Cool. I think what we're going to do first, we're just going to copy the data over. There's nothing we can really test there other than the fact that, well, we have to initialize the collision system and check to see if those boxes actually made it into the Scratch data, if we really wanted to write a test for that. What's the name of this function? Okay, let's just close out this for now. I don't have any kind of bookkeeping things. I'm not going to go over our future plans because I did that last stream. But yeah, welcome everybody who just got here. Thank you for coming by. We are not Borg, but no, this is the Zig fighting game project I've been working on and streaming every step of development in the ultimate goal of making a fighting game from scratch using the Zig language and also learning Zig at the same time. We do have a Discord, and we have the GitHub project right here, which I will just go ahead and link into the chat just for people who just got here, and then I will also invite people to the Discord server. Feel free to come on by, say hi, whatever, and I'll repeat this message at the end of the stream as well. Okay, getting into it, we will go ahead and start copying those boxes over to our Scratch hitbox data. So what do we need to do here? Let's look at it. This is a different project. Oh no, I closed. Okay. Let's go to our files. Okay, we should have I think something like that. I need to learn some shortcuts for Visual Studio. I have all Visual Studio Code because I have all the shortcuts for Visual Assist memorized, but Visual Studio Code has different shortcuts for things that I use quite common, such as opening any file. Okay, where do we go here? By the way, I did not get coffee, so I might start fading at any point. So I'll do my best to speak as clearly as possible throughout the stream. Okay, so we have our source code. We want to go to our collision system. Going back down, we were talking about before, where we're actually going to translate the boxes. So we're just throwing away the boxes we're translating right now, right? We do have this scratch data. If I open the outline here, I should be able to see where that is. It should be in the not character data. Why is that there? I don't think that's part of this outline. Okay. I don't know why it's including this other stuff. I guess because it gets imported. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Right. Okay. So those are just symbols. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. We do have the scratch hitbox data. We do initialize to 10. Capacity of 10 is just a arbitrary number we've picked so far. We probably need to move that into a constant somewhere just for testing purposes. Yeah, since we initialize that array to a specific capacity, we can just add an item, a new hitbox for every time we iterate over. Sorry, for every hitbox we need to use from the character. I know that's not very clear. Might need some caffeine. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, so we have the attacker entity boxes. We have one set for each character. And the scratch box set, we have, why do we do these? We have the hitbox store and the hitboxes. So this is a slice. Was it just pointing to this? Oh, I think I knew why. Anyway, we'll get back to that. So when you store it in the hitbox store of the scratch hitbox set, okay. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, just getting clear on what we had there. Okay, so we can do this. Oops. We can go const hitbox equals. Whoops, that's wrong. Let's call it translated box, and then we'll store that into the self dot attack boxes dot insert. Is it insert? And we'll just get an exception if we insert too many, right? Well, actually, we're not. Sorry. Do we? This is fine. We'll get here in a second. But we need to actually insert a set, an array list every frame. Give me a second here, just to make sure I understand what we have set up here. So we have an array list of scratch box sets. We make a 10 of these array lists, and then within the scratch box set, we just have a plain flat array that allows up to 10 hitboxes. For now, that was okay, but let's not care too much about this. You know, I don't want to run into an exception or anything like that. Or maybe we should do that, and then we can fix it. That might be a fun activity. So let's start at 10 and do it. And an exception insert. Okay, so we're just going to insert. Well, we don't need to insert here. We need to, hold on. We need capacity, but we didn't update how many. How do I want to do this? You know, for now, we'll just make this. How do I want to actually handle this? Because I think, let's just double check what we're doing with these. Just a quick little review. So the whole idea of the scratch data, we need to reset the size every frame, right? So that's another thing. So let's just go ahead and write that down in our plans. Okay. This is something new. not capacity. Reset the number of items, not the capacity. That's not going to change. We want to pre-allocate that memory just for performance reasons. We want to reset the number of items in the collision system scratch data every frame. Okay. I'm not sure how to do that right this moment, but it's going to be on our list of doing things. So we're going to nick capacity. Did I do anything? Let me just double check to see if I did anything special with this. So we do have an insert, which we just did there. Okay. So in our test, we just did this. So items length ends up being 2 after what? After we add, oh. Hold on. How did that happen? Oh, we insert here. Is that why? Oh no, that's what we're doing there. What? Oh, it's because we have this prepared hitboxes. So does this test fail right now? Sorry, getting a little distracted on this stuff, but I want to double check what we've worked on before. It's been a little while. Oh, sorry. Oh, zig test. Sorry. Yeah, oh, we gotta probably comment that stuff out we just did. Sorry. If his component's right, yeah. No member name current action. Current state, sorry. Expected type. Okay. You know what? Let's just comment this out for a second. Well. Oh, it's because. Is this okay? Do I need to make sure this is the right type? Like. Need a const pointer to a it's interesting. We got expected. Is it okay if I do this? Expected type const-u8 found pointer to const-u8. What? Hold on. What do we mess up there? Let's see. Where's our files? There's our outline. Our files here. Let me look at our state machine. Name. It's a const-u8, so what's the problem? It's a pointer to a slice. It's a pointer to a slice as const-u8. Why is it a pointer to a slice? Well, it's because I did this. Because I added the... Is that why? Okay. So, how do we, like, hold on. Does not support field access. Oh. Okay. Is this not pub? Is that why? That's weird. Hold on. Game position game data doesn't support field access. Okay. What the hitch? Okay. Does this have to be pub? No, this is pub, so what's the problem? Is it game data doesn't support it? Oh, is it because it's optional? Oh, it's optional, that's why. Ah, I made this optional. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so we have to do something like... It's kind of annoying. I really need to learn some idioms in Zig that will help me get through just working faster and making nicer code. I'm not there yet. Oh, okay. I need to add a test to a shortcut. Oh, okay. No member named Len struck. Oh, what? Am I crazy? I should have saved there, right? Oh, 129. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have one test that fails now. Finally, we did all that work. Okay, what test failed? Which had some like highlighting here. Okay, this one failed. So this failed. Yeah, actually, because we weren't adding items to the... Okay, we weren't adding items to the Scratch. Okay. I wonder what we had done previously on this to make this work. Was it actually ever working, to be honest? Let's look at the history real quick. Collision system. Just to review what we had done before. Oops, no, it should be... Whoops. Collision system. History. Support staging hitboxes using collision pipes. Okay. This is what we had done originally, maybe? No, we just added this, and we never actually tested this. Well, sorry. We tested capacity. Okay. In this case, we didn't test length. What do we do here? Whoa, I just want to look at this one. So we added this time. Yeah, we never actually... Looks like we never actually did anything to insert Scratch data in this, right? Yeah, because we actually had made this function prepare hitboxes, but we never really did anything with it, right? Yeah, we added this, but we never implemented that. Okay, that makes more sense. Delete your code. If you leave stuff just commented out, it gets confusing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, just reviewing back on that. Just double check what we're doing. So you don't have to worry about that prepare box thing because I don't even remember what we were doing with that. So goodbye. So we need to make this test work first. Okay. Part of the reason why you have tests is you can write the thing you intend to work that fails until it does work. So the only time we would ever expect there to be two entity boxes, well, this is what happened when we have two entities, right? So the intended behavior is when we loop through the collision boxes. When we tick the collision system, it will go through all the entities. initialize collision data for both of these. For two entities, right? If there's two entities in the system. And then the length at the end of the frame should be this. Okay. So we would do that within the execute here. All right. So we're going to go through all the entities. Or do this, yeah. Going through all the entities, and then before we insert the scratch data here, sorry. Before we can insert things in scratch data, we actually need to have the scratch data available, right? So, what do we want to do that? Let's just do it at the top here. Self.attacker boxes. So we need to insert. Wait, did we already? We haven't inserted yet. We just did this. So we need to insert. What is the type? It is. It's a type of a scratch hitbox set, right? So scratch hitbox set. Do we actually need to knit this? Well, no, because this is plain old data. So cool. We do need to have default values for this. I think I remember why I did this. I think because I wanted to have hitboxes be a slice with a fixed size. Yeah. How do I want to do this? I'm just thinking about this part. Trying to blink without too much coffee. Okay, so we actually don't technically need to write that. We can just write this, and we have to write hitbox store. Well, we shouldn't have to even do this. We could just do this, and then we can have defaults, right? We could have this equal to, what is it? What is the syntax? It's something like this. Character data dot hitbox, right? And we should have defaults on that. I think we have defaults on that. Yeah. And we could do this. Does that work? Maybe. And do we need to assign the slice to anything by default? Well, I think it does. If it's invalid state, it's not right. It would have to be an optional. So what would be a good initial state for this? If we can't call like an init function, or is it just gonna be an invalid state until it's initialized? So we'd actually have to have something like, yeah. I'm just gonna look at the error. 76. Oh, we need an allocator, right? Wait, do we need an allocator? No. Insert usize. Oh, is it append? Not insert. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So at 7045, we expected type here. So we found. Oh, sorry. My brain is just not working here. So it should be this times. Hey, Melly Melon. Things are going great. How about yourself? I'm glad you're enjoying the streams. So it's an array of hitbox data. Oh, there's a comma there. Sorry, just working my way through syntax. Okay, gotta get back to our notes. Go back to our Zig notes. That's why I have them, because our memory Well, my memory is not particularly great right now, especially without coffee. Where's my Zik notes? Oh, there they are. What's the special syntax for this? Did I show initialization of that? Oh, here we go. So you have, that's what I thought. It was like this, so what's the problem? You have this operator, the capacity, or the length, and the initial values inside here, and then the type. Can you not do that within a struct? Is that what I'm missing? Yeah, we're out of the actual serialization world. That took a while. It's like a lot of learning. That part is like the difficult part because it's a lot of learning how Zig does stuff at compile time. Yeah, let's just read this error. So hitbox store is character hitbox 10 character data hitboxes. We're trying to initialize it to 10 character hitboxes, right? Would that make it work? Just to be clear. No. Expected data found. Why is it 0 hitbox literal? Is it because of this? Would that fix it? Okay. I didn't realize that was a problem. Okay. Wait, unable to infer array size. Really? Okay. Well, golly gee. I need to look back this later. Expected array type found type. What am I missing here? We have an array symbol and a type and then a capacity. Is this just not something you can do? Is this something you can't do inside of a struct? Field default initializer? Is this not possible? Or can you just do this? Okay, so you can't do that. Okay, I don't want to waste so much time on this. It's very frustrating. I hate getting stuck on stuff like this. Hold on. Look for my project. All instances of this symbol. Oh, that is a terrible idea because, oh my god, it's going to be everywhere. Okay. Let's look at all instances of this symbol. Where are we going? Wait, we do that here. Oh, it'd have to do this weird thing like this. Huh. Okay, I guess that's what we have to do. We have to actually use the brackets, and then inside we have that default thing. I don't know why. Confuses me. Okay, so we can't just append things out here because we don't have hitboxes. So okay, let's just talk about this a little bit because my intent with this struct was to have, the reason why it's a struct in the first place is to have a fixed size hitbox store per entity, per type of hitbox, maximum capacity, and then something that just has a slice to that initial, well, to a subset of that, right? But the problem is, starting it in a valid state, I think is impossible because you can't. It's not like I can point to the memory without making a init function, right? it's not possible for me to do that. So I guess I have to make it a init function. So something like I don't even think I can do that because I need to have this point to here. I can make an optional. Okay, just because I don't have any better idea right now, I'm just gonna make an optional and move on. And then we can just, okay. And then we can fix this. So the expected array list, but we got a const pointer to the array list. So because this is const. Is that what's going on? Oh. Duh. I mean, it's collision system, not a pointer. Okay. So, yeah. Is there any kind of idiom here where I can just... I don't want to insert an extra if between everything here to get the... Okay. I hate having to do this, but... because I don't know any better way right now. Okay. Well, because this is optional now, right? Is there any kind of for idiom to take? Probably not, right? I can't just get the items there. I did say this is a learning zig and a fighting game development stream. I don't want to write really gross code that's like if, then all the fors, and if, and da 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 da. Is there something I can do here with optionals? Give me a second. Let me look at the documentation. Getting stuck on stuff. There's a wall with optionals. So while loops can take an optional as a condition and capture the payload. When the null is encountered, the loop exits. Okay. When 6 is present on while loop, conditional must have an optional type. Okay. The else branch is allowed on optional. Okay. So we can do it with a while loop. Looks like. Well. Huh, okay. Okay, what do we want to do here to make this code not disgusting? Maybe I just need to rethink this. Again, I was just using hitboxes as a pointer to, as a slice pointing to this. I'll look at some slice documentation real quick. Type coercion slices, okay. I just want to look at slices in general real quick. Yeah, because I wanted to use this like slice length runtime aspect of it so I can use it in for loops. Because we don't know how many hitboxes are going to be put into the scratch, right? Into the collision data system scratch. So you can make a slice, and it points to a segment, start point in an array, and it's given a length. Maybe I need to rethink this. Give me a moment. Okay, well, we don't actually have to have this hitboxes in here, right? We can remove that. It's kind of annoying, but we can make more data. So yeah, let's go back to our outline real quick. So what I'm thinking here is we go to our collision system here. Oh yeah, where's our outline? I'm gonna go to our collision system. So we have these sets of scratches. So we have for every entity, I was just trying to make this nicer using for loops and not having to use indices. And this is one of the things like about like kind of common algorithms in different languages can be really nasty. Like starting with C, you had to use indices and then dereference a value in an array by passing an indice, but could lead to invalid array access, invalid memory access. I'm pretty sure I get exception, except I'm getting the cert in Zig, so it's not as bad. Okay, now I was just trying to be clever, and trying to be too clever is a problem. Actually, you should go with a simple solution. You shouldn't do that. When you're being clever, you're going to run into problems. That's what I'm doing here. So yeah, we're just going to make this a number. Use size. It's going to start at 0 every frame. Okay, and so when we do this, where do we go at? So yeah, so we're going to. So this should be fine now. This where are we at? Yeah, when we append this empty thing, it's fine. It should not throw an error anymore. Yeah. So we can't do this for loop in here anymore. Or can we? Or can we? I don't know if this is the best way to go about things, but we could do like const attack hitboxes equals attack boxes dot. Where does attack boxes come from? Oh, the items. Yeah, the attack boxes. So this contains a list of scratch boxes, and each scratch box. Why did I? Okay. It should contain. What does scratch box have? Hitbox store. Hitbox store, and we want to have from 0 into attack boxes dot hitbox count. Okay, it's not the most pretty thing, but it should get the job done. And then we can just loop over that. Again, I don't know idiomatic Zig, this kind of stuff. What would be better here for this kind of thing I'm trying to do? But it can get it done. So let's do this. I know it's gross. We have something called attack box. Hold on. We can rename that just to be less gross here, but we'll deal with that here in a second. So we turn this to vulnerable boxes, and okay. What am I doing? This should go here. Or did I mess up? Did I mess up? Did I mess up? Oh, I did mess up. This should go here. Okay, sorry. That should go in here. Instead of looping through those, we loop through this. I'm sorry if nobody can follow this. Hey, what's up, Comic Man? How's it going? Trying to work our way through dealing with the Scratch Hitbox data stuff. Okay, so we did that. Did I miss something? Okay, we need to comment this. Loop through all the active defending entities is hitbox vulnerable boxes. Okay, and that's what that does. And this, we put all the active attacking entities vulnerable boxes. That's what that does. Okay. Use of undeclared dookie. Okay. 124. Oh. Give me a second here. That should just be. Okay. Whatever is it we get now? Error is ignored. Error is ignored. What error is ignored? Okay. Let's do try. Append needs try. There we go. Expect to type void found insanity. Hope in the future this becomes a little easier to parse. I get it, but note function cannot return error. Oh, because I don't have void. Okay. Cannot return error. Got it. So this needs. It's going to cause problems somewhere else. Error is ignored. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we got all that done. Great. Yeah, moving on here. I'm just gonna rename this because it's kind of disgusting that we have overlapping like attack boxes and then we have attack hit boxes. So one entity attack box. One entity attack boxes. What should we call it? It's a little better. It's a little better. Kind of verbose, but one entity formable boxes. Not ideal, but does it still run? Okay. All right. So we have that working. Now we need to go back to where we were. 45 minutes into the stream. Okay. Still got time. Yeah. So finally we can get the translated box, and we can. Well, we're not there yet. We did append. So not only do we need append for each entity, before we do that, we actually need to clear out the entities. Well, the scratch box for each entity. So, for example, we need to do something like, so each frame we're going to clear out the scratch and then rebuild it. That might be expensive. It shouldn't require any memory allocation, just copies or just setting values. So I don't know how expensive that's going to be. Shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see. We can always profile in the future. Famous last words, right? Is there like a clear? I'm going to clear and free. Oh yeah, clear and retain capacity. Great naming, by the way. I am glad that like literally just got a clear and exactly what I wanted. Function named exactly the thing that I wanted. That's fantastic. So often you just don't know what even in UE4, you don't know what a function's going to do when it comes to like memory management. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm really happy about that. That's best news I've seen all day. Okay. Okay. Cool. Before building the Scratch hitbox data, we cleared out each frame, and then we rebuild it. Okay. So we need to do that for both attack and vulnerable. In the future, we might make this more generic, but they call defending hitboxes. Defending hitboxes. That's what we call it, defending. Okay. Okay. So here we get all the attack boxes. We want to try that. So instead of just getting rid of it, we need to do okay. We can just do oops. We can just do this. Dot is there an end back items dot back is there back and last we can just do yeah. Is there a way to get this the last item in an array or an array list? I'm gonna look at this real quick. There's like an easy way to just get the last item. That'd be nice. The final. Well, pop removes the last element. Is there any pop? Ordered remove, swap remove, pop. That's all it does. So there's no like last function, right? Back. Get. Index. I don't know. Nothing like that, right? What do we have if we just look at the functions? Add one, append, insert, pop, replace, shrink, slice. Well, I guess we're just stuck doing this. Okay. That works. I guess it's the most straightforward way to do things. Sometimes you just want a shortcut, but there you go. And that's going to be equal to, no, not just equal to. We need to, this is going to be a little gross syntax-wise. This is going to get really long really quickly. So this is a list of Scratch hitboxes, and then it's going to be what? Hitbox store, and then items, and then we need to make this better. Oh god. Oh god. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let's make this life not insane for a second. So we want a const pointer to scratch hitbox set. What does the scratch hitbox is? Yeah, scratch. So we want a const variable. No, it's not. We can do, can we just do this? Get the address. Does that just make it a pointer? And then we can do like this. Items equals scratch dot count. And then we could do increase the hitbox count. Oh, duh. We don't have plus plus. We only can increment that way. Is that going to work? So we get the translated hitbox. Well, we needed that to translate hitbox. So let's. Give me a second here. This actually we know what we we don't have to do this. Okay. We don't have to do that for each frame because we're going to do this at the very top. Yeah, we could do this. So we can do scratch attack boxes because we're going to actually append it here and scratch vulnerable boxes. Oops. Scratch defender boxes. Does that work? And then we can do like this down here. Get the translated box. Insert it. Given the current index, the count, increase the count. Does that work for us? Or does a pointer thing I just did does not work? Use undeclared diff for a scratch. Okay. 1 to 9. What did I do here? Oh. There we go. That's the problem. No. $85. Unused local constant. Okay. Yeah, it's unused. I know it's unused. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Defender box. Okay, defender. Not defender entity boxes. Wait. Yeah. Defender. Is that right? Oh, it's called vulnerable. I need to make these consistent namings, but then this is fine because defender is what's going on in the collision system, and vulnerable is what the boxes actually are. I guess it gets a little confusing. Naming is hard. Okay, so that should fix our, well, we need scratch defender boxes. That should make us all nice and dandy. So everything builds. Is it crashing? Is that crashing? No, it looks like it's fine. Okay, we got to that point. Give me a second here to regroup and think about what we had just done. Bit of refactoring there, just to get everything working. Oh man, trying to work without caffeine, it's hard. Okay. Okay, so we have now pulled in the hitbox data is translated. We have to actually test all this stuff. Okay. Where are we at on our agenda? Okay, so we haven't done this yet. So we've kind of done that. Okay. We've done this as well. Well, yes. So this is kind of what we've done, I guess. We have now we're now using the data because we get that from the action, right? We did all this work just to get the action and to get the action name and then find the action and do all this nice stuff. Okay, right now we're executing the game. If I set a breakpoint here, we should hit this breakpoint. All right, not hitting the breakpoint. We're actually even calling the system. We haven't even done that yet. Let's look at our code real quick. So we have a collision system, and we have not used it yet. So we still need to initialize our collision system. I forgot about that. We haven't even got that far. Okay. Oh man. A lot more work on our plate. So in our game simulation, where's our init code on this? We need to go ahead and set this up. Timeline. We have update game function, which goes through all these systems, right? Our game state currently doesn't store any system data. Could just make system. Okay. So right now, the game system the game data state stores all our components, including the state machine stuff. Actually, the truth is, some of the state machine stuff we don't actually want to like roll back in the future, so we're gonna have to split that out into persistent data and data that actually needs to be rolled back. So that's something we have to think about on the back burner here. Physics component, we can just copy this for rollbacks, but I believe we have some state machine stuff we don't actually need to copy. Like input component, yeah, we want to copy that as well. So we're gonna have to start marking things in the future as rollbackable or not rollbackable. But we'll get to that. This is something I'm thinking about for the future. So in our game state, we need to initialize, we need to store the collision system. For now, we're just going to stick it in here. It's not a rollbackable thing, it's just a system. So let's go over here and put systems. So we need to have a collision system. It's going to be equal to a collision system. Well, it's going to be a collision system, right? Not equal to. And our collision system has, no, we're working on, just to be clear, I'm setting up initialization of the collision system here. We do have a init function, and we just pass in a memory allocator. Cool. We'll go ahead and do that on our init function. Initialize systems. So our collision self.collision system is going to be equal to a collision system.init with allocator. Self.allocator. I guess we already set that up, so because we don't pass an allocator into this function for some reason, that's what I decided to do. Because I'm an insane person. I don't know if anybody hear these monkeys out here, but I live next to a zoo, so they're going quite crazy right now. I think it's feeding time. I think those are actually chimps, not monkeys. But yeah. Missing field collision system. Is it because we don't actually call this function? Okay. We don't have a game open here, but we'll open game. 17. Oh. Is this how we set up game state? Okay, let's redo this. instead of doing this, let's take an allocator. Let's pass an allocator. And then we can have, let's get rid of this. We can do that, and then go to our init function in the game simulation. This is more, seems more like idiomatic Zig to do something like this. Yeah, I'm going to copy what we did there. Instead of collision system, we get the game state. We make pub. Well, I guess whatever. Let's make a pub function. And we can't do self. Instead of self, we have return this. Is that how we do it? I think this return. We can just do. We could just get that, but I'm just gonna. I know it's game state, so I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna return a game state with everything assigned instead of all the self stuff. We're going to have collision system equal this. Replace all these semicolons with this kind of stuff. That's the right way, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to index stuff here. Whoops. Oops. What should I do here? So this is fine. This is fine. This is not fine. What I want to do is something like and not do this. I don't need to do this. This is fine. And then we'll return state. And then we can do state. Oops. Get rid of these commas. Replace them with semicolons. Whoops, where do we go? There we go. Yeah. Sorry about all this kind of tedious work here, but that is part of software development, unfortunately. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have this test code for initializing an entity. We'll get back to doing this stuff. We've just kind of refactored it to be the more idiomatic way of initializing structs in Zig that need dynamic memory allocation. So great. There we go. We got that set up. We got initialize systems. Oops. Initialize systems. It's cool. It's interesting. We have this initialize game data too. We can always self-allocate. Well, we need to do. That's not going to work. We need to do this, but we do need allocator. Allocator equals allocator. Is that going to work? What does this function end up doing? Okay. Oh, is this what we did? Hold on. Yeah. So this initializes the game data. Okay. Gotcha. That doesn't work. Well, does it work? Hold on. Okay, cool. I should just... What did I miss here? Oh, I didn't miss that. That's not what I want to do. I want to do... To make this less confusing, I want to do this. Yeah. Or I might just do this because of that. Okay. What are we on time here? Oh, they're already past an hour. Wow. I got really into this programming part. Okay. So we've initialized. I know this is taking a lot of refactoring, but we've initialized. We've changed how we initialize the game simulation or the game state, right? Which is part of the game simulation, so that we can actually have the collision system allocated, okay, or initialized. I'm just gonna check for some errors and fix those. Okay, whoops. I'm getting the twitchy eyes now. Looking at the screen way too long. That happens. You look away for a second. Oh. Okay. It's games simulation dot game. Is it dot game state? Yeah, that's where we go. Is that what we're looking at? No. You're so undeclared ident for game state. Is that a problem? Oh, maybe it's just messing up. Use of undeclared self. That makes sense. That's at 59. Oh, right. Cool. No self allocator there. Errors everywhere. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't like this at all. What doesn't like about this? Oh. Is that the problem? Or am I messing that? It needs to be like try? Is that how? I always forget how this. And init, since we're doing init, we need to do a try, right? Okay. Zig 59. 59. Collision system is no longer called init. No, it's called init. The big init. Because why did I name it the big init? Because reasons? I don't know. Yeah, why did I do that actually? Because isn't the idiomatic way a lowercase init? Or am I crazy? No, yeah, it is lowercase init. I'll change that to be closer to what we, the idiomatic way. It's a hard word to say, idiomatic. What? Container collision system has never called init. It in fact does. I don't know what you're seeing in here, but yeah, we have an init. I think we have an init function. We have a collision system and we have an init. Oh, am I passing in the wrong thing? Maybe. Just maybe. Well, game simulation. Wait, hold on. Yeah, game simulation. Okay. What am I missing here? Oh, it's not public. I am a doofus. It needs to be public. And execute probably needs to be public as well. That's also true. Hmm. Give me a second here. Let my idiot my ignorance clear. These all need to be pub, right? They all need to be pub. That's what's going on. So as long as this is pub, isn't, yeah. Still getting used to this stuff. Still, it says no, doesn't have. Hold on a second here. So like here we do like pub const, like we have this has a init function, right? Like pub function init. In the collision system we have pub function init. I'm just going to rename this stuff for for whatever reason. Just to be more idiomatic. I know it's not going to fix it, but I'm just going to go ahead and change it. It's one of the things you can be staring at a thing. It's probably the problem is obvious. It's just not there. It's not sticking out to me. Why? Is there some way I declared it here? Let's just collapse this function, collapse this function. We have a collision system struct. Unless there's some other something we've named collision system elsewhere. What have we done here? Is it because I import the game simulation here? Is that messing things up? I don't... no? What are we doing? What's the problem? Really, what is the problem? What am I missing? What have I completely overlooked? Well, this needs to be pub anyway, but... yeah, more dogs barking. Okay. Why am I stuck? Can anybody see the problem? Because in our tests, we didn't get any errors about the tests, right? So we have... yeah, because we never got an error about this. Why do we have to do that now? But what is going on? Okay, that's terrible. Oh, it actually says there's no member name called init. Now, that's interesting. Oh no, that's big init. That's big init. Okay, so I thought I just renamed that. Okay. So missing field collision system. What? Oh. Is that why we, Okay. Sorry. Probably gonna run into a problem here. I think that's what's gonna be an issue. But let's go ahead and just go through the exercise. I don't need to call it. We don't need to do this. Okay. Yeah. Root source file has no member called init. Huh. Is it because of kind of like circular dependency thing going on here? Should I... because if we... Let's just comment all this out. Yeah. I know. Okay. So the problem, it compiles. So the problem is not that we don't have the function. I think it's some weird thing because I'm including the game simulation into this file because I need it. Why do I need it? I need it because reasons get active. Are we even using this? No, we're not even using this. Get rid of this function. Yeah, is that going to fix our problem? It'll be fun if it fixes it. Use of undeclared item for game simulation. Where's that at? Do we actually use that? Oh, because we need the game state type. We don't actually care about the game simulation. Gotcha. Okay, let's fix that real quick. It's kind of annoying, but we'll deal with it. Okay, we have to move game state outside the game simulation to its own file. Doesn't make me entirely happy, but what are you gonna do about it? Okay, so game state is just gonna be type game state, and then we need to const game state equals import. At least we don't have to think too much about this part. I can just do it pretty fast. Okay, and then we need to move inside the game simulation the game state. It's outline. We need to refactor this. So game data, game state. Okay, we need to move this out of this file into its own file. Oops, let me close this. And let's go ahead and just import everything with here what we're using, because I don't know. Well, we don't need all that actually. Probably okay with we need allocator, we need the standard library. So let's just go ahead and grab that. Should be good. Other than that, I don't think there's any other dependencies on this. Okay, and let's save it as gamestate.zig. Okay, we should have done that already. It was my bad for not doing that. And then we can do game state equals import game state.zig. Okay. So does that fix our problem? I'm probably gonna get some compile errors, but because I probably game state.zig. Okay, I need to include component. That's fine. Oh, because we do have components. That's fair enough. Oh my God, we're still gonna have circular dependencies here. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, what should we do? Oh boy. In C, you just forward declare, include something into the source file. It's fine. What do you do in Zig? I don't know. Like if you have code that used to depend on each other's code, you could just forward declare a class inside of the header, and then within the source code itself, you include the original header. But it looks like there's some kind of circular dependency happening here. In the collision system, what are we using the game state for anyway? We're just using it to get the active hitboxes. So it's mostly to get, we're using it to get components. So we don't care about systems. So we need to separate. Okay. We need to separate components from system stuff. Okay. That's what we do. Unfortunately, I think we're getting close on time. I don't want to make these streams too long, just so they can be digestible chunks. So we'll defer this work until next time again. I'm so sorry that happens so often with this. Unfortunately, can't think of everything ahead of time. We only realize stuff when we're in the thick of it. But I'll just go ahead and call it. So I'll write down where we're at. We need to, let's just tidy up. So separate collision, separate components and system state. Yeah. Avoid. So basically, I think what we're having here is because I'm had everything inside that game state struct, including the system state and the component state, because our collision system depended on those components and the entity stuff. It was including that, but also, what it was included also depended on the collision system state, because it needed to call the collision system, or at least the game simulation needed to call the collision system. So we can just pull the systems out into a separate thing for any system that does need to have at least temporary state, or at least memory it works with. We'll do that next time. We're still not doing this now, so we'll move that to the next time. Looks like we completed this. We completed this, so we're still in partial situation of this work. But other than that, we're good. Anyway, everybody, thank you all for dropping by. Hope you maybe were entertained just a little bit. I know it got really boring there with all the refactoring, but what are you gonna do? It's hard work a lot of the time. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and ask. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and copy paste our GitHub and our Discord share link in the chat. For anybody who has not seen it, here you go. It's right there. If there's anything else you want to say hi, feel free. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready for work here. Maybe see you probably not tomorrow, maybe next week. So yeah, coming back, gonna head out. So thanks for coming by. As always, I appreciate everybody who was able to watch. Anybody who's able to contribute, it's always very, 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 very much appreciated. Yeah, I'll put up the archive very soon. Hopefully, we won't have the issue we had yesterday or on Tuesday with I think it was probably caused by Cloudflare going down. I couldn't actually export the video directly to YouTube. I had to download and re-upload. Hopefully, I don't have to do that every time. But yeah, going to go now. Again, hope to see you all soon. Peace out.